Hello and welcome to today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video. Now in today's video we'll take a look at the news which will be affecting the market as a whole. Plus we'll take a look at three stocks. The three stocks are Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports and Maruti Suzuki. So we'll take a look at these three in terms of what option buyers, option sellers and equity traders can do with each of these equities. Now before that, let's take a look at the news. Now on the news front, it will affect, this week is a data heavy week, I would say. Why? As let's say in the past week, three rate decisions occurred. There were three rate cuts, basically ECB, Swiss and Canada. For India, the rate cuts this month were kept basically stagnant, which I found silly, but to each his own. Now in the upcoming week, there are again three very important rate cut decisions coming up. One is the US, second is the Bank of Japan, and third is the Bank of England. Now, the US is expected, the FOMC rate cut decision will be made on December 18th, and it's expected to reduce the rates again by 25 basis points. So this will be a further cut to the whole system. So 25 basis points is basically priced into the markets already. The Bank of Japan is expected to keep the interest rate steady, but it can be understood why the Bank of Japan wants to do that, is Japan has had several problems relating to the forex side over the years. That's why they have to be more cautious on that. The Bank of England is also expected to keep the rate cut steady. This is they've cut rates twice already in the past cycle, and so it is expected now to do a slowdown. So due to that, I expect this week will be mainly encompassed by the markets, whether it's Indian market, whether it's the US market, whether it's a British market, all the global markets will end up moving in tandem with how the rate decisions go. If it goes as expected, then naturally the global market's going to do well, and we will have to see whether we get out of the range we are currently trading in. This is Friday, there was a lot of volatility, agreed, and we basically had a sharp drop, then a sharp price. But when we look at the whole picture in terms of the daily chart, we have come back smack dab in the middle of the range for the Bank Nifty, and at the top of the range we have been stuck in for the Nifty. So we are still technically in the same range, and now I believe the rate cut decisions this week will end up taking us out of the range. Another thing which I've seen a lot is people saying that the Friday's down move and the up move was manipulated. I don't believe so. It was purely shown in the charts, and anybody with simple basic chart reading skills could have caught that move. I have even shared on Twitter how I caught it with clients, and it was nothing out of the ordinary. And I'm actually, if you see the guys screaming that it was manipulated on Friday, were the same guys screaming last week also, last week I mean, that again when there was a big move that it was manipulated. I think there are certain days you can see a bit of interference, but no, not basically on Friday, even the last time when there was a big move. So that's it for basically the news front. Let's now take a look at the three stocks. I will start with Adani Enterprises and then go to Adani Ports. Then last we look at Maruti Suzuki. Now coming to Adani Enterprises. Now Adani Enterprises, all the levels which I am sharing are the ones we have used in the past two videos. This is, for the people who are watching the video for the first time, a brief update on it is I had initially covered Adani Enterprises when it was roughly here, and I had said I expect a fall, and that came. Then I had covered Adani Enterprises when we formed this white candle, and I had said I expect a dead cat bounce to the resistance at 2550. All this can be seen in the past YouTube videos. It is all the beauty of the videos. The proof is there in the whole thing. I said I expect a bounce until 2550, which happened. Then once we reached 2550, I made another video on Adani and I said that I expect it to trade within this range between 2470 and 2550. And guess what? That has happened. This is in my last video. I had said that I expect it basically to hover around this zone, as there are two box ranges. There was this small red box range between 2550 and 2470, and then there's a bigger box range between 2550 and 2360. So due to that, I expected the complete sideways move to continue. Now, why am I covering Adani Enterprises again, even though it is in the range which I said will be in? Now, the reason I've chosen to cover it again is if we look at the thing, it is sort of now getting ready for an up move. Do I hold Adani Enterprises options and equity? I hold it via equity trades, and I also hold it via options. I hold it via P cells, which I sold basically beginning of deck in a very good profit, and equity, which I had bought roughly at this point, which is now okay profit also. Now, according to me, it is starting to gear up as we are starting to see bullish volume come in. This is the volume indicator. The volume has reduced significantly, but now we are starting to see a bit of green coming back to the volume. And if you look at the equilibrium percentage wise, so we have reached about 57-58% of the volume being bullish and the rest being bearish. Now, according to me, if that trend continues, then there's a high likelihood of Adani Enterprises breaking 2550 and making a dash for 2770 and 2850. However, until then, it will continue trading within this range. And in the last videos, I said about option selling the range. So the guys who followed that, they will be in a very good profit now. I believe now it's just time to either put a tight profit stop on the option cells or completely get out of the CE cells. Like I initially had also sold CE cells because of the range, but I am taking the profit from them and I'm only holding PE cells now and in the equity position. So my analysis on Adani, if it breaks 2550, quick up move to 2700, if it breaks that, then 2850. Until it breaks 2360, this story stays intact. If it breaks 2360, then this up move gets fully cancelled. But until it's above 2360, the up move stays according to me. Next is Adani Ports. Now Adani Ports analysis is a bit different, as basically if we take a look at it, the trend catcher indicator of it is still below zero, only it's now starting to try to attempt a bullish crossover below zero. Now, how will I play Adani Ports? Now, Adani Ports, I presently do not hold any position, but how I'm going to play it is all dependent on one candle, which is, I'd rather highlight it this way, this candle which has formed here. Why I'm highlighting that candle is, according to me, if it manages to break the high of that candle, then I will consider selling puts or going long via equity with a first target of 1320 and then a second target of 1400. So my Adani Port story is based on this candle simply. I want to see us break above it. If we do, then it's a long towards 1320 first. If it breaks that, then 1400. Now, do I think above 1400 it has a story? I don't think we can say it yet. This is a very strong resistance, and this is a quant resistance, plus we're having chart resistance coming in. So it will all be a picture of trading the short term, and medium term and long term will be seen later. And I don't think Adani Group as a whole is a long term type of stock anymore, because every after bit there is a scandal which makes the stock drop like a hot potato, and then it rebounds because of the support it has from the local front. So it is something that it's a more of a short term play on both sides, short term play on the shorting side and short term play on the going long side. So that is my trading plan for Adani Ports. As I said, if it breaks that, then I'll go. If it doesn't break that and it stays range bound like it is, I will not put a trade on the option sell side, option buy side or equity side. I will sit out and let it do its thing, as I want to see what the stock can achieve in the coming trading sessions. Next, we'll be taking a look at Maruti Suzuki. Now, Maruti is one I've covered before also, and I had said that provided it stays above 10,900, it will continue being box range bound and it will try to build a bullish story. Now, according to me, it is starting to reach a point at which it might be able, but it all depends on it breaking basically this resistance level of these price bars. If it breaks that, then it's going to make a dash to the top of the range between 11,540 and 11,650. If it breaks that, then it's going to 12,050. But all this will depend on Maruti spending above 10,900. But now this is my short-term play. I already hold a position in it, and why I'm saying a short-term play rather than a long-term play is if you see Maruti has had a very big fall from all the way up here to straight down. So according to me, this is a dead cat bounce forming. So if we look at it in terms of patterns, I expect it sort of like it's going to be like this. Then it is going to form now an upward move towards 12,050, and then it's going to decide to make a trap everyone, the guys long term, and go down. So I will be looking at it that's okay, I'm looking to capture my profits until here. As I said, I already hold an equity position in it, and then I want to exit and take my profit, as I believe it will be, then resuming its downtrend. So that is my trading plan for Maruti Suzuki, and let's see how it goes. According to me, Maruti should do well in the coming sessions, and in fact even the other two stocks which I spoke about, they should do well, but it's now a matter of seeing how the market opens tomorrow, plus if they break the nuances which I've highlighted in the video. If you liked this video, then do hit the subscription button and also the notification bell, and hit the like button on the video, as it costs nothing. Thank you.